Let's go ahead and get this party started. Welcome. So everybody's logging in. So today we're going to be talking about, I'm going to go ahead and take this mask off. I'm scared y'all enough already. So hope everybody had a good day, and you are staying safe, you're washing your hands, and you're staying away from the coronavirus. That's a good thing. So today we're going to be talking about where we're going to find these deals. I always talk about these deals I'll be finding. Where do we find these deals at, Ray? Well, we're going to tell you about them today. Everybody should be on mute. If you're not, make sure that you are. Let me go ahead and just mute everybody right now. All right, so let's get started. So today, our ground rules are as usual. Nobody should be talking except me during this session. If you got any questions, let's ask those questions with the group chat. Johnny Whitfield is my moderator, and he will try to answer those questions as we go. Then when we get to the end, I'll have, hopefully we'll have time for a little bit of Q&A. So ask your questions in the comment sections. And then as always, I love to get your feedback. So today, our agenda, we're gonna talk about where we're gonna find these real estate deals. Where are the deals, Mr. Ray? You've been talking about all these deals you're finding. Tell us where you're finding those deals. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about that today, and hopefully we'll have time for some Q&A. But I gotta stop right here and talk a little bit about a Rayism. You know, there's a lot of people out there that want things to happen. There's a lot of people that wish for things to happen. And there's some people that pray for things to happen. But then there are those that make things happen. Which one are you? And I'm not against wanting things or wishing for things, or praying for things. But at the end of the day, it's going to be up to you to get out there and make things happen. So let's talk about, a lot of what I'm going to talk about today is foreclosed properties. So I need to define for you what are the three types of foreclosed properties that you could be looking at. And for me, as an investor, again, I don't find a lot of deals on the MLS, or I don't find a lot of deals out there on Zillow. I can't make any money at market price. I got to find deals that's below market price. And for me, a lot of time, those are foreclosed property. So when we're talking about foreclosed properties, we're talking about three types of foreclosed property. The first type of foreclosed property is pre-foreclosure. These are properties that you can go and you can get prior to the auction. Now, this is to understand what the process is for properties that are being foreclosed on. It normally takes about 6 months for those properties to get through the process. So prior to the property going to the public auction, we call that pre-foreclosure. Okay. And then we have the foreclosed property. These are properties that are sold at the county, or there's other auctions that are available that these properties are sold at, and I'll talk to you about what those are also. And then the third type is after the property has gone to the foreclosure, if it does not sell, or if the bank gets it back, then the bank now has possession of that property, and these are called REO properties, which is real estate owned. That means they're owned by the bank. So that's the three types of foreclosures that we're going to be talking about. Well, today we're basically going to be talking more so about the foreclosures and the post foreclosures. So I got to be honest with you that foreclosures is not for everyone. You need to be a savvy investor before you get into this foreclosure market, and because there are some risk out there. And so I want to talk to you about a few of those risks. First of all, these properties are sold as is. That is, what you see is what you get. You don't say, hey, seller, I want you to fix this property up. No, they're sold as is. And also, you don't get an opportunity to view the inside of these properties. You can drive by on the outside, you can walk around on the outside, but a lot of these properties still got the owners in them. So if the owner is still in there, it's not a good idea to approach these properties, right? So you're only able to view them from the outside. Also, you're unable to conduct any inspections on these properties. Again, this is some of the risk that you're buying when you're buying foreclosed properties. And then when you're talking about pre-foreclosed properties, some of these properties may have title issues. They may have tax liens, they got judgments, IRS could be on the homeowner. A lot of time, these properties are in distress, and if they owe on their house, they probably owe on other stuff, so they probably have some attached judgments with them. So again, this is a buyer beware when you're talking about foreclosures. This is not an avenue that I would suggest for new investors. For those that are savvy, hey, have at it. I'll probably be doing some more in-depth training on this. I'm just going to give you guys and girls, a high-level view today. So again, this is not for everybody, but there are some great deals out here on foreclosed properties. So where do you find foreclosed properties, Mr. Ray? Well, here's a list of some of the areas, of some of the places that you can find foreclosed properties. And so today I'm going to talk a little bit about those that are highlighted in yellow. You can always find properties online with Zillow, Realtor.com, etc. But those are probably more market value type properties, right? Now, the HUD homes and the VA homes, we're going to talk about those today. Those are properties that have been foreclosed on. The other place you find properties is driving the neighborhood. You can look in neighborhoods, look for properties that are run down. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things that you can look for in your neighborhoods if you're looking for properties that way. Local sheriff sale, they have monthly sheriff sales. I think they've been suspended at this time, but we'll go to the Oklahoma County Sheriff Sale website, and I'll let you take a look at those. We'll look at bank foreclosures. There's an auction.com that has foreclosures. Public auctions, daycare auctions here in Oklahoma. They have monthly auctions where they're auctioning off property. Tax lien sales. In Oklahoma, they happen once a year. And again, these are properties that are sold to the highest bidders. You can hire what I call bird dogs. These are people that are out there that are looking for houses for you, and you pay them a certain amount of money for finding those houses for you. You can advertise in classified ads, letting people know that you buy houses. You'll see these ads out there. A lot of times we buy houses and things like that. So you can advertise. You can pass out and post flyers. I mean, you can put flyers out there with your name and address. Hey, I buy houses. You can put stuff on the corner. Of course, you can always use real estate agents. And real estate agents are good if they know what your criteria is as an investor for the properties, the type of properties that you're looking for. I know I probably got a couple of my real estate agents on the line today, and so I speak with some of them from time to time. I'll give them my criteria, and they'll run things by me that meet my criteria. And then, of course, you can network with other investors like we have on this phone today. So let's go ahead and let's do a little house hunting. So I got some things already pulled up. that I want us to, let's go to the new share, and we'll go here. So the first one I want to talk about is HUD Homes. And these are, again, these are foreclosed properties. These are all over the country. As you can see the map here, it shows every particular state in the United States. And so if we clicked on Oklahoma here, now I bring up all the properties that are available in Oklahoma. Now I can also go up here to my search, and I can get a search that's more detailed if I'm looking for some details around certain areas. Maybe I just want Oklahoma City. As you can see, these are all over Oklahoma. These are Harrah, Oklahoma, Ponca City. And so if I want to refine that, I'll go up here and I'll type like Oklahoma City. And let's see. Oh, no homes in Oklahoma City. That can't be right. Let's try Oklahoma County. Let's try Oklahoma County and see if that gives me none in Oklahoma. Okay, let's take that out. Let's do this. So right here, it's only showing one property that's available. This property right here, you can click on it, get more information about the property. They have pictures. You can see various information here. Single family homes, you see the square footage, the listing date, and then these homes you actually have to get with a real estate agent to submit a bid. I'm not going to talk about the bid process today, but at some point in the future, I'll show you how you can make bids on these properties. So let's see here. Let's go to, so that's HUD Homes. Let's go to sheriff sales. So in Oklahoma County, we have the sheriff sales. You can see up here, here's the link, sheriff.oklahomacounty.org. And you go to this page. Now, right now, because of the coronavirus, they're not having the sales, but they have these sales monthly. And you can see the dates right here, or the dates of the sale, but you can see these dates have been canceled. Looks like they've canceled everything up to June 25th. So, but you'll get a chance to see the sheriff's listing. Let's see if they got the listing here. So here are the, you click on the listings, you look at the date, like this is May 28th. Let's see if there's any property here. They have properties here, but again, they're not going to have the sale. So here's the property list for all these properties that are going to be for sale at Oklahoma County. If you see recalled on here, that means it's been recalled. That means either the owner has paid it or the bank has called it back. A couple of things you want to notice here. You'll see the sale date, the sale date, yes, the case number, who the bank is that own it, what the address is, the attorneys that's representing the client, and then the appraised value. Now, on these type sales, the sale actually takes place and they start the bidding at 2/3 of whatever the value is. So you can see what the value is on these properties, all right? So these properties, let's see. If you click on assess value, it'll actually take you to the county assessor's website, and you can see this house and see exactly what this house looks like. Remember, we went to this site before when I was looking at the appraised value. We was looking at the after repair value. This is one of the places that we went to and we looked. So this particular property is at 2202, and this property sold for, doesn't have any good sale value on there. So we're missing value there. But here, this is another site, the sheriff sale. There's a good place that you can find some good information on properties that are for sale. So let's go to, let's cancel this out. So here's another site. This is Foreclosure.com. This is another place where you can find foreclosed properties. All right. And so you can type in, let's see if I can type in a zip code, see if it'll give me some properties in this zip code. So it says that there are 62 properties that are available here. They're going to make me do a free trial. I don't want a free trial. I think you probably may, I don't use this site, but I think you probably have to sign in. I don't think there's a cost or anything, but they want your email and stuff like that so they can send you information. But here you can see some of the properties right here on the right-hand side. These are all foreclosed properties, and these properties will be available for sale through this site. Again, just trying to give you guys some idea of where you can find some properties that are off the market, that are not going to be necessarily on the MLS or on Zillow. And I have one other place I want to take you, and it's called auction.com. Again, these are all foreclosed properties that are being auctioned out. And here you do all the bidding online. So let's look at, see if we can find Oklahoma County here, see if they've got some properties here for us. Taking on that, there we go. There's some properties. So for instance, let's just pick out one here. They all also are on the map. This property right here in Oklahoma City, 52 North Missouri. The auction is going to be held on May 28th. They don't have the time yet. You can click on it, get more information about the property. Just click on it. So here's the property here. You click on it further, get some more photos that they have on these properties. Again, sometimes they'll have pictures for the inside of the property. A lot of times they don't. You can see where the property is, where it's mapped. It's over by Northeast 5th in Missouri. You can look at the street view, see the property from the street view. Again, never having to go out to the property. You can do a lot of search right here, and you can weed out a lot of properties that you may or may not be interested in. Let's see here. We got about 10 more minutes. Let me go back here.
Ray, we got a question out here.
Okay.
Maybe you can show how do you find if you have any liens or debts attached to the property.
Okay, that's another lesson. And I'd have to show you guys how to do that. You actually have to go to the county, and you just got to do a search on the property. You do a search on the owner, and it's quite a process that you have to go through to make sure you don't miss anything. That's why a lot of people don't buy these homes, because you got to know what you're buying here. And so I go to the county and I can find all the records. There's public records. There's any liens been found against the house. There's any IRS liens. If let's say sometimes the city will put liens on it if they haven't cut the grass. So all that stuff is available and out there. But again, I got to show you that on another day. You had another one, Johnny?
That's it, Ray.
Okay. All right. So I think, so again, I went through that kind of fast. I'm in the future, I probably will take you through each one of these and just spend some time showing you how I search, what I look for, and things like that. But for today, I just wanted to show you the websites. And some of you guys are on the line. You're in Indiana, you're in Florida, wherever you are. You have these same type resources available for you. You just have to do some searching, right? Go to the county, and then a lot of these national ones like Foreclosure.com and let's see this other one here on HUD Homes. This is all over. So it's not just Oklahoma, it's anywhere. So let's go back to hunting over here. So the other way that I like to find properties, I call it driving for dollars, right? And so I'll find these neighborhoods that I currently have property in because I know the neighborhood, and I'll drive those neighborhoods and I'll look for properties that are vacant, properties that are run down. And here's some of the things that I look for when I have these properties. I'm looking for tall or overgrown grass. I'm looking for broken windows and properties that are boarded up. Remember, I told you guys, don't fall in love with the house. Fall in love with the numbers. So some of these ugly houses, there's a reason why those guys out there are buying, we buy ugly houses, because there's money in them there hills, right? There's money there. So you look at those boxes that are filled, code enforcement, big yellow tags on the houses, newspaper, and just a house just in general disrepair, right? Those are the nice properties that will make you a lot of money if you're able to get a hold to the owner and convince them to sell. And I'll share with you how I do this. And we'll have a program that I'll just dedicate it to how do I do. When I find a house, what do I do? Do I leave a letter? Do I leave something on the door? How do I contact the owner? How do I find the owners? I'll show you guys how to do all of that, right? There's a method to that, and but it takes work. This is not for well, what can I say? This is not for the weak-minded. This is a tough job finding these properties, but it's like mining gold. I'll tell you that all the time. It's work, but the payoff is great at the end of the day. So
Ray, you want to return back to your presentation? We weren't seeing that slide.
This presentation. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. So let's go to see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe go back for a second, let everybody capture that. I think some are taking notes, Ray. If you can go back one slide, 1 second.
All right. And then again, I'm also going to post this online so you guys will be able to go back on YouTube and be able to pause it, and you'll be able to see this. So here's all the things that I look for when I'm driving for dollars. Boarded up windows, broken windows, mailbox, just looks like it's in disarray. Those are properties that you can make a lot of money in. Let's see here. All right. So I also want to take a moment to talk about the weekly real estate analysis quiz that I sent out. Nobody got that right. I'm very surprised. Either I'm not a good teacher or it's confusing or something, but nobody got this right. So I wanted to take a moment to go over this real quick. So to make sure everybody's on the same page. This is key, people. This is how you make money, by doing the right analysis. So here were the assumptions. I said assume you got 150K for the ARV. The bank will loan you up to 80% of the value. You're gonna do 30 years at 6%, repairs with 20K, and you're gonna put down 20% of the ARV. I asked you guys to solve for the maximum allowable offer, the monthly mortgage payment, and then tell me what the rent would be per the 1% rule. Make sure I'm showing you guys this, right? You're seeing this. All right, so the first thing I wanted you to solve for was the maximum allowable offer. Is basically you're taking the 150K times 80%, which will give you 120. You subtract out your repairs. So your maximum offer that you can offer on this house would be 100K. Then I also asked you to figure out what the monthly payment would be. Monthly payment, first of all, you got to figure out what your down payment is. So on this particular house, your down payment, I said, was 20%, right? I said over here it was 20% of the ARV. Some people ask me, why is it the ARV? Why is it not how much you pay for the property? It could be. In this instance, I told you to use the ARV. So the down payment was a 20%, so that's 30K. And the loan to value, again, 80% was 120K. So you have the loan to value, which is 120K, less your $30,000 down payments, means that you're going to finance $90,000 on this particular property, right? And if you would use Rashid's or Brian's amortization schedule, just plug these numbers in, 90K, 6% in 30 years, that's what you would get, okay? And then the 1% rule is always make sure that the property that you're buying meets the 1% rule. That is 1% of whatever the after repair value is. In this case, you want to make sure that the rent is at least going to bring in $1,500. All right, so I got a bonus question on this. Who can tell me, type it in the chat room, who can tell me how much equity I would have in this house? Type it. Let me see. The first one. Let's see who got it. How much equity? How much equity do I have in this house? Correct. 60K. 60K. It's 100. So the ARV is 150K. I got a loan for 90K. The difference between that is the equity that I have in the property.
Ray, you got a question, Ray?
Okay.
It says if your LTV is 80%, why did you subtract 2 down payments?
I didn't. I only subtract 1 down payment, the 30K. Where's the other down payment? Rashid, you can go ahead and get on the line and explain it. I don't see where you're talking about.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, if it's from 150, the 80% is assuming that we paid 20%. So that's the first 30% going from 150 to 120.
No, that's not a down payment though.
Oh, okay. What is that? Where's that first 30 going?
The 80% times 150 is telling you how much the bank is going to be able to finance.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the loan to value.
So they're not assuming that first 20% being our down payment?
No, not in this case. A lot of times it is, but in this case, I told you to assume that the down payment is 20% of the ARV.
Okay, got you.
But you're right. In some cases, that is the case, Rashid.
Okay, yeah, that's the only thing I was confused on. Thank you.
Okay. We have any other questions you couldn't answer, Whitfield?
No, sir.
All right. Anybody got any other questions? We're coming up on our time. So when I send these quizzes out, a lot of times, some people don't respond, some do respond. If you're not responding to these, at some point, I'm going to stop sending them to you, because that's telling me you're not taking the time to even try to get these, because this is key, people. This part of the process, you have to get this down. That's why I harp on it so much, because this is where the money is made, right here. And you got to understand it. If you don't understand it, you need to get with me, and we can do a real-time Zoom, just me and you and a couple other people, and make sure that you understand this. I've already done that with several. You must understand this piece of the puzzle, making sure that your properties are cash flowing, making sure that you're not overpaying for them, and making sure you're understanding all right, that's my key. We're getting close to running out. But again, make sure you understand. If you don't understand, ask questions. There are no dumb questions. All right? Let me stop that. All right, so great time today. We're running out of time, about 10 minutes to go. Hey, I was going to let you guys know, I'm going to start another session, which is going to be on Thursdays. And on Thursdays, all I'm going to do is be taking you through the 2 properties that I have vacant right now that I'm preparing to rent. So it's going to be, I'm going to be taking you through that, my estimates, how I'm getting new tenants, the whole 9 yards. I'm going to be taking you through that on Thursday. So you'll be getting another invite for Thursdays. On Mondays, I'm going to be teaching On Thursdays, I'm going to be showing you what I'm doing and what's going on with my properties in a real-time basis. So thanks everybody for being on the line today. I love you. You guys take care. We will be, again, continuing to learn, to study. Currently, we're reading a new book. If you didn't get the new book that I sent out today, hit me up and I'll make sure I get that out to you. So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thank you.